Last time on Nobody Asked Shawn. And then we cut to last week's episode where I had a standoff with Majin Buu for 45 minutes. And then this episode, the standoff will continue. And at the end of the episode, we'll start the fight. And then next episode, we'll...
This episode is brought to you by the mysterious corporation that keeps calling you about your car's extended warranty. Let's make one thing clear. We don't care if you don't have an extended warranty. We don't care if you don't have a car. Your name's on our list, and we're going to call you until you die.
Anyway, welcome back to the show. It's Women's History Month. Women's History. I wanted to start Women's History Month off by telling you the story of my favorite relationship I've ever had with a woman. Not even my favorite relationship, my favorite interaction I've ever had with a woman. This is around 6th grade, so we were still on the Nextel chirp. I was on a trip with my boy Eric, who lived not too far from my house, and I guess one of his girl cousins was over. Let's call her like Monica or something. Monica was over there. And she heard my voice. She thought I sounded cute. She took the chirp from Eric. So then it ended up just being me and her talking. And Eric just kept trying to get the chirp back from her, but it wasn't going to. So we ended up talking for, let's say, a couple days. And eventually we were just like, yo, Eric lives pretty close by. Let me just slide over there. So the whole walk over there, I'm talking to her on the chirp. We're hitting it off. We're talking about favorite this, favorite that. And I get there. I see her, she sees me, and we both were immediately like, nah. We never address each other. I look to my right, and I'm like, yo, Eric, throw that football. And she's just like, I'm going to go in the house. And we never spoke again. And I can appreciate her for that, because there's a lot of times, a girl might say, ew, no. And I've gotten a few ill no's, and, also that's fine too. Anyone who's ever said ill no to me, I wasn't the one for you. And I hope you found the one. I hope Monica... I hope she found the one. I hope the next time she had an anonymous Nextel chirp meetup, that the person she met up with actually ended up being her husband, and they live happily ever after. Hope that's what happened. Who knows? What else is happening? I guess coronavirus is just over now. And let's be clear, coronavirus is not over. But everyone's acting like it is. Like everyone's taking trips to Miami. People aren't wearing masks anymore, to the point where the governor of Texas just said the mask mandate is over. Nobody has to wear masks in Texas anymore. And to that, I say, rest in peace, Texas, man. It's a good run. It's always great having a Texas out there. Outstanding Mexican food, excellent barbecue, and some of the finest races this country's ever produced. I mean, Texas, we think about Texas, you got to think, they've been consistently a top 5 racist state. You know what I mean? Like, they've never fallen out of that top 5 as long as they've been in the league. It's similar, very similar to like LeBron, you know what I mean, in that sense, where it's like the consistency is what we can expect from Texas. Like LeBron's been, consistently great for, 17, 18 years, and Texas has been great for, I don't know, like 3 centuries at racism. So salute to them. I mean, I got some peoples down in Texas. Shout out to Joel Lil Witt. Please keep wearing y'all masks. I don't want to lose you folks. And also, I'm gonna need you guys down there. When everybody who don't wear masks dies, I'm gonna need you guys down there to show me where the good real estate is, where the places I can hit now that everyone's dead and there's houses to go around. This COVID shit is crazy the way it's still an issue or not an issue for some people. Like I remember like around this time last year, about end of February, early March, I had been internalizing a lot of news stories around the world about coronavirus, and I was like, this is going to be real. And I remember I was telling my friends, I was like, this is going to be a year you never forget. And it has been a year that you won't forget, but not in the ways that most, like for some people, it's just been like a year that they won't forget because it's been the best year of their life. Like they've been on 7 vacations. There's shorter lines into the club in Houston. Like I just don't get it. I mean, shout out to y'all. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you do what you want to do, but it's like, because I just couldn't wait. You know what I mean? For the future, like I had a cousin, and I have a cousin, and she was like, I'm just supposed to slow up my life for coronavirus. I was like, nigga, you might not have a life if you get coronavirus. Yeah, so maybe just slow it up just a little bit. You know what I mean? This is what I don't understand about the whole live your life to the fullest idea that people have, is like, live your life for the fullest won't matter when you're dead. It won't matter at all. Because if you believe in heaven, you believe, you know what I mean, that's, like, heaven is supposed to be the greatest thing that there can even be. Like, the greatest thing anyone could ever think of. Heaven is better than that. You know what I mean? You just got your feet up all day on a cloud, sipping pina coladas and praising the Lord. And if that's the thing that you're into, perfection. You're not going to think about You know what I mean? I wish I went to the water park one more time. You know what I mean? And if you believe in hell, you go to hell. I don't think while you're being, you know what I mean, cooked alive and having your limbs sawed off, you can be like, I really just wish I went to Disneyland Paris. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you gonna be too focused on the fact that you were in a cauldron and there are demons fucking flaying you and tearing your skin off your body. Like this, I mean, I think you gonna have bigger concerns than whether you ever been to Dubai. And then if you don't believe in anything, if you believe there's no afterlife, when you die, you're not even gonna have a consciousness with which to conceive of what you should have done on Earth. You know what I mean? So just, I don't know, wear a mask. Like, just be nice to other people who, you know what I mean, don't want to get sick. Because people just keep trying to make it out to be like they want us to live in fear. It's like, nah, they just want you to wear a mask. Just be courteous. Yeah, I mean, like, that's not living in fear. Like, if they said, hey, everyone has to go into their basement fallout shelter and you're not allowed to come out for 5 years, that might be living in fear. But it's like telling you to wear a mask is just kind of like just decent. You know what I mean? It's just practicality. Like, I'm not above it. Like, I miss stuff too. Like, I miss going to concerts. I miss going to the movies. I miss going to bookstores. But like, I think we, like, you know how they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. I think that there's like, we kind of starting to feel like everything wasn't great. Like, there's a lot of shit I don't miss. Like, here's for example, I don't miss going to people's house and having to eat their nasty ass food. You know what I mean? A lot of times, you know what I mean, people invite you over to the house and you're like, yo, y'all niggas can't cook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't cook. And it hurts to have to express that to you. And I hate when niggas talk up their food, talk up their family food. Like, my mom make the best macaroni and cheese. My mom make the best collard greens. And then you go to their house, like, y'all niggas can't make macaroni and cheese. And it's offensive to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit sucks. Your mom's cooking is awful. My mother didn't raise me to eat this slop. This shit is disgusting. And you should be ashamed of yourself. I was raised in a household with motherfuckers who could cook macaroni and cheese. My mother makes great macaroni and cheese. My Aunt Kim, I love you, Aunt Kim, makes great macaroni and cheese. Y'all niggas, I mean, I'm so sick of like going to somebody cookout, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you gotta have my aunt potato salad. Nigga, that shit's going in the trash upside down respectfully so they don't see how much I threw away. But like, I didn't eat any of it. I ate one bite and it's gone. You know what I mean? Because I don't miss certain things about old life. I don't miss going to concerts and having people spill beers on me. You know what I mean? I remember I went to an Action Bronson concert. It was me, the homie Ivan, the homie Gerald, and I think Noble. It was some group of us, but I'm confident it was me and Ivan. And here's why I remember it, because basically we was at the show and we was just turning up, you know what I'm saying, having a good time. And then this dude just turns and just spills an entire beer on my shirt. And Ivan looks at me and he's ready for me to wild out on this dude. Like, I was like, he gave me, like, if you punch him in the face, you wouldn't be wrong. But I was like, I was enjoying the show, so I was just like, you lucky nigga, you dog. You know what I'm saying? I didn't enjoy that. I don't miss that. I don't miss being in the pit at a show. I've been in, like, nigga, this is an Erykah Badu concert. Why are we starting a mosh pit? You know what I'm saying? Show some respect. She's doing On and On right now. Why are we socking each other in the face? Like, I just don't get, like, what do y'all miss so bad? Like, y'all miss standing in line at the water park for 45 minutes so you could slide down a 40-foot slide into a pool of 400 fourth graders piss? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good on that, bruh. Like, the world wasn't perfect. Like, I don't miss the beach. And you know what? Speaking of the beach, skinny niggas out there, stop getting fit. Stop getting fit for the beach or whatever it is. Like, you're making me look bad. And this is my show, and I don't want to look bad on my show. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever happened to self-love? Like, how come self-love don't apply to skinny people? Like, I think we can all agree there's nothing we don't, as a collective people, ain't too many things better than seeing a really large person, like, you know what I mean, obese person, get fit, if that's what they wanted to do. You know what I mean? It's heartwarming, but I hate seeing the opposite. When a skinny nigga get fit, I remember Kevin Hart got buff, devastated me. Dave Chappelle got buff, devastated me. Even like locally, like my homie that I used to play football with, JV, the homie Steve I used to play with, my homie Cullen. Now Cullen is a fighter, you know what I mean? Cullen he does it MMA and he needs to put on muscle, but it still hurt me to see this, and I don't want to see it anymore. You know what I mean? Y'all making me look bad. It making me look like I can't take care of my family. Like, remember what I said in the previous episode. This is a prop gun. I can't use this on anyone. I need to look capable. So what when I wear a shirt, the arm of the shirt, you know what I mean, there's a lot of space and it's not snug. Like I like how this shit fit. You know what I mean, I like it looking having a isosceles triangle on the fucking shoulder. Like, it's cool. I'm cool with that. Y'all need to be cool with that too. Love yourself, man. We skinny niggas, we a dying breed. I'm just not going to the gym. Like, all this, like, you got to get fit and you got to go to the gym and you got to feel, like, people be like, oh, you're going to feel better. And you're going to feel better when you go to the gym. You're going to feel better when you eat healthy. No, I'm not. No, I don't even understand that. I don't even understand it. When people say that, they're like, oh, yeah, I can't eat fast food. Like, it makes me feel off. I feel sluggish. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, maybe I'm just a miserable person because, like, the way fast food makes y'all feel, I always feel like that. I've never felt good. I don't think I've ever felt good. Let's say I was to eat fast food and I felt miserable. It'd just be like, yeah, man, like, I wouldn't think, oh, it's because of my diet. I'd be like, this is because life is hell and it's never going to get any better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this sounds morbid and it doesn't sound entertaining, but I'm just saying, like, all I'm saying is, like, I wouldn't recommend it. We've been searching for life in the galaxy. Like, to all them planets out there, I'm just like, yo, y'all got it, bro. Enjoy. You know what I mean? Y'all got fucking sulfur and fucking solar radiation and hellish fucking clouds of swirling gases. And it's like, enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause this ain't it. Like, this shit is over, bro. Like, we're at the point where everyone has to monetize their hobbies to enjoy shit. Like, I was listening to a podcast I really like. And it's like, oh, adults shouldn't be playing video games. I mean, if you monetizing it, go off. But, like, you shouldn't be sitting around playing video games all day. Like, why not, nigga? Like, it's fun. Whatever happened to fun? Like, cause the same person who was saying this, he's a sport fisher. You know what I mean? Like, so it's good to fish, but you can't play video games. What makes fishing any better than video games? Nothing. It's just something you do to pass the time until you die. That's everything we do on Earth. Everything you do is just to pass the time until you die. So you might as well do something nice for people or do something fun. You know what I mean? As long as you're not hurting nobody, I don't care what you do. Like, you could do cocaine if you want. I'm not advocating doing cocaine. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to do cocaine, I mean, go off, King. Just, you know what I mean, stop short of the Bobby Brown jaw. We don't want to see you like that, fam. Now it's time for my favorite segment of the show, Nobody's Ask Shawn. You can send in questions at Nobody Ask Shawn on Instagram or nobodyaskShawn@gmail.com. Or if you have my phone number, just text me, you know what I'm saying? Or FaceTime me or whatever, you know what I mean? Just send me questions however, tweet them at me, whatever. But let's get into it. First question, pudding or Jell-O? I mean, I like both well enough. I don't really be eating a lot of either one of them, but I guess I would have to say pudding because I eat banana pudding is great. Everybody loves banana pudding. I've had, other puddings that are pretty good, and I don't really be having Jell-O all that often. But no shade to Jell-O. Shout out to Jell-O. Best adaptation of a book or novel into a movie or TV show. I would say No Country for Old Men. Cormac McCarthy is one of my favorite authors. It's a great book and an excellent adaptation. One of the best movies of the 21st century and of all time. Shout out to the Coen Brothers. I'm going to throw a left field pick at you. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Have you ever read the book Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? It's fucking nonsense. No shade to it, but it's like it ain't nearly as good as what the movie is. Shout out to Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Excellent directors who've made some of my favorite stuff, including the Lego Movie and one of my favorite movies of all time, Into the Spider-Verse. Excellent movie. And yeah, another great adaptation, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Wes Anderson, George Clooney especially is very charming in that movie, and it's one of his best roles after the Ocean's films and Out of Sight. It's probably his best non-Soderbergh role. And finally, top 5 artists right now. I ain't been listening to too much music lately, but I would say Navy Blue, who is a compatriot of Earl Sweatshirts. He put out 2 really tremendous albums last year. Mavi just put out a new album that I haven't heard yet, but I'm a fan of his. And I've been listening to his old album, Let the Sun Talk, that came out 2019, I believe. And it was one of my favorite albums of that year. So check out Mavi. Phoebe Bridgers, who I mentioned in my favorite albums of last year, who put out the great album Punisher. She's always in my rotation. I'm always listening to a lot of Vince Staples. Always listening to a lot of Earl Sweatshirt. Always listening to a lot of Janelle Monáe. A lot of Lil Uzi Vert. A lot of Moneybagg Yo, a lot of fucking... Obviously, I've been listening to a lot of Doom this year. I always have, but especially in light of his passing, rest in peace to Doom. Long live the villain. But yeah, I don't know. that's pretty much it. I'm not listening to a lot of shit recently. And as promised, before I go, movie recommendation. I'm gonna recommend actually 3 movies to you, and it's a trilogy of movies by Richard Linklater called the Before Trilogy: Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Before Midnight. I think 3 of the most emotionally exploratory movies I've ever seen. It's my favorite series after the Ocean series, which I'll probably recommend in a future episode. But I think it's just a beautiful exploration of like what love is from the beginning and all the stages throughout. It's just fascinating movie. And hey man, check them out and let me know what you think in the comments or what have you. And I'll have another recommendation next week. Again, thanks for checking out the show. And as always, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.